Somewhere along the way, I entered a quiet contract with the world, absorbed the way fog moves into the lungs before you even notice you are breathing differently. The agreement went something like this. Shine. Not occasionally, consistently. Become useful to the dark. And like most contracts we inherit without reading the fine print, I accepted. I learned the mechanics of illumination. How to hold grief in one hand and encouragement in the other, how to translate fracture into something resembling hope, how to stand inside a storm and convince the room that the thunder was only passing weather. People call that strength. But what no one ever mentions is the physics. Life is not a personality trait, it is combustion, and combustion requires fuel. And for years that fuel was me. My softness, my quiet, unnamed doubts that perch like small birds on the edges of morning. Produce something, say something, offer something bright enough to interrupt the dark. Somewhere deep in my bones I had mistaken brightness for belonging, until belonging became empty, my meditations controlling and my heart aching for more. I stared at a wall, which is what I do when there is no other way. That moment when strange, clean silence arrives, when the body refuses to keep pretending it is infinite. That moment when you find yourself standing in that rare geography between endurance and surrender. Pausing is a terrifying place for people who have been rewarded for momentum, because when you stop moving, the questions arrive. Who are you if you're not producing? Who are you if the room grows quiet? Who are you if the light dims just long enough to rest? My grandmother always visits me when staring at a wall isn't enough. She died 2 years ago, but death is surprisingly poor at interrupting love. In my dreams, she always holds me and repeats the only sentence that has ever actually mattered. I love you. I love you. I love you. And when I awake, my breath returns and something in me understands with a clarity that aches that the cost of being the light is forgetting. That the light was never yours to manufacture. It was never meant to be earned. Light was never the work. Returning was. Returning to the knowing that the sun does not negotiate with the sky. Returning to the knowing that the stars collapse when they try to carry more gravity than they were born for. Returning to the knowing that love does not request proof before it arrives. We live in a culture that worships exhaustion and where worth is calculated in productivity and where compassion is monetized. We have been convinced that suffering is the price of belonging, but the world does not need more exhausted lights burning themselves out for applause. It needs people who return. People who return to the understanding that illumination is not a performance, it is an inheritance. Something placed inside us long before the world began measuring our brightness. If the flame inside you has been trying to earn the right to exist, pause. Return. Because the most radical thing a light can do is stop proving that it is light.